Hi, my name is Andy Parsons, and I am the Senior Vice President for Advanced Product Development for Pioneer Electronics. And this is our booth here at Cedia 2009 in Atlanta. We have a number of things we're showing today, and we thought we'd start with our AV receiver lineup, which, as you'll see here, we have quite an extensive array of AV receivers. Our top row here are our Class D digital amplification, our ICE amplification receivers, SC09, SC27, and SC25. These are using Class D amplifiers, which means they run much more efficiently than typical Class AB amps do. What's cool is that we have achieved the very first THX Ultra 2 Plus rating of any Class D amplifier in the business. So if anyone's ever been a little bit concerned about digital amplification, it's very difficult to get that past THX, and they gave us their top rating on it. So we're very proud of that. As far as we know, it's the first time anyone's ever achieved it. They have all kinds of wonderful technologies as far as custom configuration and installation. RS-232. They also have 5 HDMI inputs, one on the front. iPhone, built for iPhone capability, as well as iPod. So a full array of capabilities in that system. We also have our VSX line on the second row down, and then we have the BDP09 FD. And one of the things we just learned is that the BDP09, which is our top-of-the-line Blu-ray player, it's a $2,200 device, just received THX certification as well. As far as we know, that's the world's first Blu-ray player to receive THX certification. So we're very proud of that as well. And by the way, this is one of our most popular players. As expensive as it is, we're having a tough time keeping that in stock. We also have some examples here of our architectural series speakers down here, and there's actually a whole display over here of those as well. And then here's some 2-channel audio equipment here that we have as well. SX, A6, SX, A9, and then PD for playback of SACD and CD. Okay. And what we have here, this is a brand new technology exhibit. This is not a product announcement at this point, but what we're showing is a completely new platform that we've developed, and we're calling it Project Entertainment Tap, or Project ETAP for short. And what this is a collection of online services that you can have in a single box, a single smart box in your living room. This is a device that's designed to live in the living room, not in a computer someplace else in your house, but right where your home theater system is located. And what this does is it allows you as the user to configure it to select any number of online services that you choose to have on the system. So if you look at a lot of existing devices out there now, for example, a Blu-ray player that might have Netflix or Amazon video on demand, that's been pre-selected for you by the manufacturer. In this case, what we're saying is we can envision a consumer having a selection of pretty much all of the online streaming services available that we know about anywhere, that we have permission to offer, and you can select that through a very simple computer program where you just click boxes as to which ones you want to have in your system. So it allows you to have access to streaming content pretty much as you decide to have them. It also has the ability to play Blu-ray discs, DVDs, and CDs, traditional optical media. And it also has the potential of having Control 4 built into it, which is a home automation system, a very popular system made by Control 4 in Salt Lake City. And so that way you could actually have a single room control of all of your AV components, your lighting, and other elements that Control 4 supports, all built into this box. And we also are showing for the first time, as far as we know, the ability to do managed copy off of Blu-ray. This is just a conceptual demonstration to show when you put a Blu-ray disc in here and it's been switched on for managed copy, this box would allow you, for example, to make a copy onto its 1 terabyte hard drive, a perfect copy of the HD movie. So we're actually showing a demonstration of how that would work. And also you've got the ability to notify people through social media what you're up to with this box. So for example, if you're a person who posts on Twitter and you're watching a movie, you can configure the box to notify anybody who's following you that you're watching that movie, and perhaps that you even really like the movie if you happen to. And that notification can be automatically sent out to all your friends. And then when they receive that tweet, they can link to that particular movie and go find out more information about it if they want. So it's a very powerful box. It's using a great deal of processing power to do all of that. In this area of the booth, we're showing our new tabletop audio systems here, and what this is a 2.1 channel iPod dock, and there's a little door on here that you open up to connect an iPod to. This has a separate subwoofer built into it, right, as well as, of course, the 2-channel sound here. It's actually being played right now. This also has the ability to have Bluetooth control and streaming from an iPod, or an iPhone. So if you're someplace in the vicinity of this and you want to listen to your iPhone or your iPod play, since that now has Bluetooth streaming in the iPod Touch, I should say, you can actually stream it from wherever you are in the room. You don't have to have it connected to the dock. So that's pretty cool. That's an actual add-on option for this particular unit. So this is brand new, showing it for the first time today. There's actually two versions of it that you can see here. It also has component video output, so you can watch video on a display from your iPod. What we are showing here is a complete lineup of in-wall, in-ceiling speakers that we're calling our architectural speaker lineup. What we really wanted to do in this space, because we know there are a lot of competitors in this area, is to take what we know as far as our high-end speaker design and bring it into the in-wall, in-ceiling space. So there's a lot of know-how put into these speakers to really be able to put out the very best sound. I think a lot of people are more focused on just hiding the speakers than they are worrying about necessarily the best sound quality. And what we thought was, that's great, it's of course important to hide the speakers, but at the same time, why not put out the very best sound we can with it? We have one of our top speaker designers, Andrew Jones, had a lot to do with tuning these speakers, and so they contain a lot of our most high-end know-how as far as the speaker design. We actually have 4 lineups, 2 Pioneer and 2 Elite speaker lines on these. In this exhibit, we're actually showing our Blu-ray disc player lineup, which starts out with our BDP 120, which is our entry-level model. And this one has all the features that most people want as far as HDMI 1.3, all of the Dolby True HD and DTS HD master audio, internal decoders, so that way you can have the lossless codec support for audio. It also has a USB port for expanding the storage for BD Live functionality. All of these players are BD Live compatible, of course, or what some people will call Profile 2.0. And then we also have now our BDP 320. These are both Pioneer models, by the way, not Elite. And this is the same thing that the 120 has, but it also has 7.1 channel analog audio outputs built into it, as well as our Kuro Link, which is a video adjustment system when you're configured or connected to a compatible Kuro display. And then we also have here in our Elite lineup 2 models, which is our BDP 23FD, which is this guy right on the top. And that has a little bit higher quality DDA converters, Burr Brown audio DACs, and it has RS-232 interface for custom installation configuration. Very few BD players have RS-232 connectability, which is really important when you're using a home control system to be able to talk to the player. So that's the first time we've had one of those available. Our BDP 09FD I already described before. This is our super top-of-the-line model. And this one is sort of our flagship. This has 48-bit deep color support. It has dual HDMI outputs. In fact, in some ways, the star of the show is what's inside the box. When you take it all apart and look at how it's constructed, it's what happens when you turn a bunch of engineers loose and say, don't worry about the cost, just make the best BD player you know how to make. It's an amazing machine as far as its capabilities are concerned. And it's very popular. We're having a very tough time keeping those in stock. So what I was speaking about before in terms of the construction quality of the BDP 09 FD, this is what I was talking about. It's all super high quality construction. The capacitors are all hand selected. It's got separate power supplies for the audio and video. It's just really built to last. If you look inside, you'll see it's very solid construction. And toroidal transformer on the power supply for noise reduction. So it's just the very best we know how to do as far as building a player, and this is our legacy. This is what we really know how to do.